I feel better. Some dubstep.
I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. Snowblind, out of sight and out of mind. Snowblind, out of sight and out of When you keep running, but your legs are standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free. Snowblind, out of sight and out of mind. Snowblind, out of sight and out of I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight.
Yo, what's going on, guys? How are we chilling? Hope y'all doing good. I did not feel that good today, but it's a long story. We have a bunch of submissions. We'll go through them, and we'll be able to laugh, poke fun, but also give really good feedback. So that's what we're here to do. How y'all doing? Yeah, I feel much better now. I not feel good at all this morning, but yeah, let's just go into doing feedback. Again, apologies for it happening so late. I'll get through all the submissions and any more that are submitted. So yeah. Let's go. We have first up, we have Espen. Frequent submitter. And they're first. Let's see what they got. So I was really quiet. Damn. Damn, bro. Fuck. I like this. Oh my fuck. Oh, that was crazy. What the hell? Fuck. That was damn. I remember a lot of your other submissions were really good. This one might be my favorite from you, probably. I did hear like a lot of them back to back. But damn, you're fucking good as shit. That was crazy. I like the intro. This is what I talk about intros. Like, you could have been way more lazy with this, but you decorate the fuck out of this. There's like so much atmosphere here. There's like, you probably have like quite a bit of layers in here. Like I hear I don't even know what to say. It sounds like a tank rolling in or something. Some kind of mechanical sound. Like a pad in the background. You have like this high pitched synths coming in and out. Like, you did a fucking great job decorating this. Yeah, you did great with the dynamics too. The buildup was like pretty loud and intense, but it wasn't too loud to where it took away from the drop or was just jarring and not sounding good. You did good with the dynamics. Sounds great. The pre-drop vocal is nice and clean, and it really just contrasts to the really fucking gritty sounds you have. I like how you made that scream sound. Like it sounds so visceral and like in my chest. Like that sounds like a really fucking intense scream. And I just love how your kick and your clap are so clean. Like this is impressive to me. I even struggle to get my kick this clean. And given it is a bit of an artistic choice to have a kick this clean, but you have to know what you're fucking doing to get the low end of your kick to not distort like that and have it still uh punch out of the mix and just stand out like that. Like that's fucking great. This is like a on par with like Phase One's mixdowns. He also has really like clean sub and just like a kick sound. Um, just gnarly. And the crash is really clean too. As far as sound design, I really like the sound design. I just think the crunchiness is a tad overkill. But that's it. Like, it's so crunchy. I like the crunch a lot, but it's just maybe a too much. Fucking nasty though. And you could probably like try to convince me that this is like a little bit of a generic like writing, but I think it works really well for this because you have a really slow tempo, slow beat. It sounds like it's like 120 or something maybe. If I'm guessing right. Um it's a really slow like dragging beat. And the sound design is clearly what is pushing this forward. Um which I mean you did great as with it again. You also have a bunch of little minor phrases. Like it isn't only the bass playing like these quarter note things. It's playing like a sluggish, swingy quarter note thing, and it has notes on top, kind of adding phrasing and just a lot more intricate details than like a rhythm song. So I'd only recommend maybe a little bit of song structuring advice. The song's really good. They should have some downtime because the drop is really good. The entire thing is really good. It just needs some space to chill out for a second. Maybe go back to like this aesthetic or something, but just separate it a little bit and be fine. Um oh, the guns. So the gun bases are probably something you can fix pretty easily. Like just filter it. If you have a gun base goes here. You have like this triplet gun bass and go dun 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 dun. It's hard to tell that it's even playing a triplet note because it is so messy and gritty. It sounds good, but you could accentuate the pattern by just like adding a filter, like a low pass at the end, or slowly fading out the highs. Adding some dampening. Just kind of work on that. Make it more obvious and intense. I like using low passes a lot, especially at like the end of a note. I think gun basses at the end of a note make it sound really good, like a sweep down. So you could try that. That's literally it. The whole song is nice. I like it a lot. Good sound design. Phenomenal. Close 115. Even slower. Damn. Yeah, low passes, dude. Low passes are cracked. They're insane. If you can low pass bases more, fucking do it. It's so good. Is it okay to submit if it's not tear out but electronic music? Yeah, you can submit any genre you want. Just as long as it's something you made. I've had people come in and like send their little voice recording over a beat that wasn't even theirs, so as long as it's like that, then you're fine. Thank you, Espen, for submitting. Crazy shit. Let's go on. Got Zwig. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. That's pretty short and sweet. I kind of like it. But there's some pretty obvious sound design, or sorry, mixing things that should be fixed. So having a distorted ping noise like that is never wise. It just sounds really annoying. It sounds like it's being distorted. Yeah, it's like distorted or something. You can have that ping noise, just don't distort it because it gets really harsh really quickly. That's it. I feel like your song is just kind of oversaturated just in general. You have like the basses sound fine. Your sound design is actually pretty decent. It's just like too distorted. So like you would put them all in a bus and then you saturate the entire thing. Honestly, your drums might be too loud. Your low end has this weird thing going on, where it's just really inconsistent. Like here, it has a really harmonic third. It also sounds like it has like stereo on it, I guess. You want your sub bass to be as consistent as possible. The only exceptions are like a kick or some other low end instrument like orchestral drums or something. But almost always you want the sub bass to sound the same. If you have one bass that's really clean, has the first harmonic, and really just that's it, and there's another bass that comes after with a lot of saturation, distortion, and it has like a ton of overtones in it, it's gonna sound really fucking weird. You want to be consistent. You want basically all your sub basses to either have a bunch of overtones or just one overtone, and that's it. You can't have both. It makes it sound like a mistake and like it's unintentional. In this case, you can definitely tell the difference. Listen to like the low end. It sounds messy, like there's two basses playing, and I mean there's a third harmonic playing. It's really loud, and that'd be fine. But then your next bass, it sounds like a completely different tone. Like the third harmonic isn't as loud, and instead the fundamental is louder, but there's also more overtones. Like it sounds like more of a square wave here. This section too has the same sound where it sounds like there's two basses laid over each other. I feel like you can hear the two basses playing. I actually like these growls. These are nice growls. I think your drums are just too loud. You don't have a lot of other instruments going on. It's just like the basses and that's it. You do have layering, which I do commend. Your layering is just isn't the best. I don't exactly know how to help you fix that because I don't know what you've done to the layers, but it's obvious to me that the low end of those layers are clashing, and you need one of the layers to have a different role. Like, imagine the layers as like puzzle pieces. You want one layer to have the low end. You want to be like the really dry layer. The other layer you want to add width. You want to make it big sounding, so you would cut the low end and you would add some chorus reverb. Widen the stereo. You have to think of it as like what roles those layers are gonna have. Is it gonna have more high end? Is it gonna have a tone to it? What are you accomplishing with those layers? And it sounds like these two layers are just occupying the same space. They have like the same shape, the same puzzle shape. In the snare, know what it is? And just to clarify, it's this kind of bass, the low end is weird, and this kind of bass where the low end is weird. These are the two instances where the low end is weird. This part, the low end sounds fine, and it sounds like there's no layering mistakes. As well as over here, kind of, but the low end is like really stereo. The other thing too is your song is just kind of empty overall. There's no vocals, there's no effects really playing. It just seems like it's kind of like a draft of a Tear Out song. It's just basses and drums. And that's all there really is. So decorate your song, make it have other instruments, little motifs, some flair to it. Make it different enough to where someone can recognize that song even if they play a second of it. There's probably a ton of songs you can think of where you play a second of it and you can be like, oh, I know that song. That's the fucking Beatles. Yeah, the Beatles. I love the Beatles. I guess that's what it should make you feel. Anything else? I don't know. I didn't have much to say about your sound design. It's just good sound design, I think. But thank you for submitting. Zwig, much appreciated. I feel like you were also you submitted at like 5 a.m. or something, like right after I posted. Crazy buddy. But yeah, thank you for submitting. On to the next one. All right, we have Vexa. Dude, it's crazy how much better I feel when like not even 2 hours ago I was like in badass pain. I was in badass agony, as one would say. What's up, Vexa? Ah. like that really raw metallic snare sound. Nice. That's really good sound design. The sound design really good. Very nice. But the sound design has like weird things happening with it. It's like stereo imaging. I don't know which mode your bass is in, but the way you made it is like fucking with the stereo, and it sounds really strange. I don't know what it could be. But let's go on the list. So the build up is too noisy. It's fine to have this kind of like sweeping up sound, but it just gets too harsh. Like dial it back a little bit, you'll be fine. For one, just in general, the basses are pretty harsh. It could use some minor EQing on the highs. Probably, I don't know. A soothe could work. It's a really like spectral sound. And this is one of the cases where soothe would probably be a good option. Unless you already have soothe on there and it's making it worse or something. But it's too harsh on the highs. It should be fixed. It also sounds like there's kind of a dip where it becomes like the presence in like the 10k hertz region. Doesn't seem like it's that loud. Like it seems like it's a dip somewhere in like the 5k hertz range, or not a dip, like a bump. So it's like something sticking out in the 5k hertz range that is just sounding wrong to me. The snare I like. The snare is pretty interesting, unique. So props to the snare. I like how your bass sounds, but the stereo imaging is so off and it fucks me up a lot. It sounds like you have like a Haas effect on it, like the HAAS effect, and so that's probably why it sounds weird, because like one signal is literally delayed or something. What in the world's going on? I can't put my finger on it. It sounds like the mids are really mono. Like the mids are really mono and the high end is really wide. Like you put some EQ on it and you filtered out all the stereo at like 600 hertz or something. The sound design sounds much cleaner and doesn't have the same problems either one had. This part in particular sounds like it sounds good. The stereo isn't all fucked up. I'm probably gonna settle on like you high pass the sides. That's what it sounds like to me. Because it sounds like something's really fucking mono and then just it's like you have a bass that's really fucking mono and then just really, really wide sides. Because of the nature of like how stereo works, like the wider a sound is, the more high it's gonna have. It just sounds weird. Like it sounds like an effect I haven't heard really that often. Well, there's something weird with your stereo imaging. Those are my two guesses, is that you high pass the sides or you put like a Hass effect on it. The other comment I have is that the kick is just too clipped. The kick needs to chill out because it's being distorted to fuck. But that's really it. Like here, like the stereo sounds really fucking weird here too. Oh well. That's about all I have to say for that. Thank you for submitting. We'll go on to the next one now. Next we have Madion or Modion with a 3. Oh, okay. Okay, well, your thoughts. It's kind of like this rage beat kind of intro. It's like a hip hop thing. Um, man, I'm gonna get fucking crucified for commenting on rap music. Dude, the mids are clashing a lot in this part. Think of all your instruments. You have like this arp going, and then you have like guitars going. A lot of just clashing in the mids, and like I said before, the puzzle piece thing, when it comes to layering, think of it as puzzle pieces. Carve out one section in an instrument and fill it with another one section. So if your guitar that is very mid heavy has a lot of low mids, I mean, if a synth that's playing a bit higher, like 600 hertz or something, 500, 600 hertz, then you should carve out 600 or 500 hertz in the guitar part because it's not it wouldn't be clashing as much. And if they're playing the same exact octave or key range, um, you just have to sacrifice something. It doesn't help either that your 808 has a ton of low mids too, so it's just kind of making everything really muddy at the same time. Proper filtering and EQing will get rid of this, high passing the guitar a little bit and cutting out some notches or some areas that have a lot of noise already in them. This transition is really, or no, actually, first off, the clap. The clap is really drowned. It should probably just be louder or maybe sidechain. This transition is too harsh. It just cuts into tear out drums instantly. There's no fade out or riser or down filter, nothing. It's just a hard cut. You don't want that.
Drop it like it's hot.
I think your gun sounds pretty good actually, but the lows are just horrendous. The lows are super noisy and just muddy, and they don't sound good at all. Uh, just add a dedicated sub if you can, and just keep that at the root note of whatever the rep section was. Kind of goes for this entire thing. Over here, the downbeat was really confusing. It's like the drop hit like a quarter of a bar too early. So that needs to fix. Your buildup probably ended too late, like too far late into the buildup, or your drop literally just is too early. And lastly, your kick just doesn't work in this song. Your kick is really low end and kind of like a hip hop kick. Does not work for Tear Out because Tear Out has a lot of high end. And you're just gonna be fighting a lot to make that kick stand out. And what you're inevitably going to do is just turn up the kick really loud to it just distorts, and that's the only way you can make it audible. But you want a kick that is more clicky and has a transient at least. So just look for a better sample. That's about it. That's all I have to say for you. Say don't know music theory. Well, Terra isn't that music theory intense, so I think you're good on that part. But yeah, thank you for submitting, Modian. Next up we have, let's see, Neo Chrono. Neo Chrono wants feedback on everything. Fuck.
That was the farthest I ever made it, and you'll notice now.
Is that Michael?
Back to the fucking beginning, because you don't get any fucking checkpoints. Because you know what happens?
Yo, that's Michael from Rooster Teeth playing fucking Geometry Dash or the Impossible game. He's playing the Impossible game probably. Why do I think of Geometry Dash?
If you use a checkpoint, it puts you in practice mode.
Yeah, he's playing the Impossible game on fucking Xbox 360. I watched that shit. His Rage Quit series.
Practice mode is, I'll show you.
All right, he's jorking it. Got it. Damn, that was fucking sick. Okay, from like a production standpoint, it's good. I like it a lot. I would make a lot of changes to this though, because what you're going for is a really study. This is more of like song writing, like the structuring. You have like you're kind of treating the intro in these middle sections parts as, oh my fucking gosh, please pause. You're treating them like their dubstep intros, like really reverby, ethereal. But when you go to the actual drops, you know, the sounds are just bouncing all over the place. You have a growl, you have a bass, you have like a weird disco, you have slap bass, you have all kinds of sounds playing, and so you have like a bunch of different samples. It's like a completely switch up in the vibe. Your intros should reflect that. They should be more of a steady beat, not as reverby and ethereal. Listen to, I mean, you were obviously inspired by, like, say, Skrillex or Madion or something, where they did a lot of this like disco chopping. Zenith probably, but they have like that kind of changing in the sound all the time. Like I'll open up this guy, Jack Mustang. This is one of my favorite songs. Listen to the intro. You can hear how it's constantly evolving. It's not like reverby ethereal. It's not using that many pads. Like, the beat is still going. You have drums consistently playing, but it's not the drop because it's not really intense. There's not a big bass playing. It's just kind of like it's like vocal chopping, but with just instruments. You can find a lot of like disco songs and just chop them up like that. That'd be totally cool. Listen to how that evolves. It's like the beat's constantly going, and it's not leading up to just a one, huge drop where it's like, oh, that's where the drop is. It's the whole thing is nice and steady, and it's just, yeah. You can listen to the other stuff and just listen to how they mix stuff. That's what I'm getting at. I think that kind of clears up what I'm saying. Like, just you have good rhythmic stuff here. Like, add drums, add some groove, add some stuff. Slap bass. That sounds cool as fuck. Let's do that. I don't really like that noise bass, honestly. Like, it just sounds weird and out of place. That part's pretty cool. Like, you could have a beat go point, 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 point. You can just add some groove. That would work so fucking well. But yeah, what I meant by dynamics are too wide. The volume difference between this and the drop is too much. Like, the pre-drop can be a little louder. You just don't want it to take all the energy. You're already high passing it. You're making it mono, and you're just turning down the volume. Like, it's a little overkill. like a growl in there that is being overused, with like a different kind of tone, like a higher cutoff on the bandpass maybe. It's just overused. That's about it for this song. I don't have much else to say about it. It's good. I enjoy. Good shit. Next up, we have Turbo 20,000. Turbo Drive. It's the guy. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. It's removed. Sick. Okay, we'll just have Kaisel then. Kaisel, I know you're here. Say hi. Turbo Drive. No, wait. Okay. You can send it. You can send it again. Bro was lurking. Are we allowed to send songs if we don't make dubstep and suck at music? Yes, you can send any genre you want. I do have knowledge on music, so I think I can benefit anyone that does that. But if you're like just a vocalist, probably not, because we're on like the production side. I fed up. Where do I resend? Just go on the Patreon again. Send it on the submission thing. You could probably send it in there. It'd probably be marked as spam. I'm not sure. If there's a way you can get to me, then a vocalist, that'll be fine. If you made the track, then yeah, I'll review your song. Where did you send? Oh, you sent again. Okay. Let's leave Kaisel's up since his next up. Anyways. This one, the one you wanted to show? Does this look right? Okay.
Adam Sandler? What are you doing here?
Adam Sandler.
Then they played Gangnam Style.
Whoa. What happened to Adam Sandler? Wow, it's really loud suddenly.
translating, is it real?
Damn. I really like the writing of your stuff. You make them really energetic and full. Like it's just always full of a bunch of just nice shit.
Adam
Nice.
Sandler? What are you doing?
This reminds me of Darya Core. Like it seems very obviously inspired by the Darya Core thing. Damn, dude. Can like most of it not be like shit sounding? Fuck. Let's look at Sizzy. Sizzy made it way better. Yeah, here. Sizzy made Darya Core, but so much better produced than the Leroy or Jane remover, whatever. Like that's so much cleaner. This fucking guy makes fucking rhythm. Sizzy's a rhythm. No, I don't hate Jane Remover. I think they're the same person. Are they not? I like them a lot. I think Sizzy made the mix better. What the fuck am I looking at now? Let's go back to your song. The mixing is, you didn't even like mix it badly. It's like it's mastered badly actually. Let's go down the list. Your intro is really cute. I like it. Nice layering going on. You have a bunch of nice layers on top of each other, but they're not mixed in the best way. There's a little bit of clashing. They're all kind of like in the same space, occupying like the mids. Probably don't, because Sizzy makes like fucking rhythm. Like you would never expect a rhythm producer to make Darya Core, but it's just something they like doing on the side. They're a pretty big rhythm producer too. So where things start falling apart is when I get to the drop. Like it seems like you just like cut the mids really harsh. You need those mids. I don't know what made this happen. I was kind of thinking it could be like a limiter thing. Like you have a limiter in your master. The sub comes in and makes it really loud. And so limiter is like, oh, I don't want that. And then turns down the entire drop. That'll happen if your limiter has a really long attack and release. It'll just do that. It'll just turn the song overall. It won't even compress the peaks properly. So it could be that your master is just not good. I don't know what's with your cymbals. They sound really harsh and noisy. Try like mixing it with just without the cymbals. That might just help. The sub might be too loud. That's why. Yeah, well, the sub sounds like fine, relative. The mids are like what should be louder too, though. I'm saying that like your limiter might be reacting in the wrong way. Like that laser sound just kind of comes in and it's really loud, but then your drop is really quiet. Like here, it's way louder. Try just using a clipper instead of a limiter on the master. You want your master to be really simple, like always. Just if you want to make it the sub louder, just use like an EQ, a clipper, and call it a day. Just make sure it's not too clipped. This kick just sounds really bad. It's in my left ear, and it sounds way too. It sounds like it's being like time stretched. Like you have a time stretched kick. Like I don't get that. I use Glip, put a limiter on the master too. Sorry, Glip. You put Glip, G clip. I put on that. Your limiter should be before your clipper. Maybe. Depends on what you're doing though. I'd actually retract that. Clippers are good for getting those really like high peaks. Like if you have a really loud transient, a clipper could take care of that better than limiter could. But if your limiter is the one taking the peaks, then the clipper would come after. Use a clipper first and then the limiter. That we can like shave off any transients or like things that are too loud. It'll make your limiter react more consistently. You have a limiter before the clipper. Isn't there no point to the clipper? Yep. If you look at the project, is the limiter doing a lot? Like, is it pushing everything down? Because it could just be that, like, your attack and release are just too high and need to be turned down to be faster. Yeah, I should probably have like a chat box somewhere so you guys can see like what's being said. I'll do that probably next stream. So it is reacting a lot. Just turn down the attack and release maybe and see if that helps. Or you could have the clipper do more of the work. You could turn up the clipper and see if that helps the limiter. Because inevitably the sub is going to be the thing that it triggers the limiter a lot. Like sub takes up a lot of space. It's a very long waveform, so it pushes things up a lot. As far as that goes, I think that's all I have for the mixing stuff. Your writing's really good. Your master just needs touch-ups. Yeah, I'm a schizophrenic streamer. The person who made this song is on the live chat, the YouTube live chat. Sorry, Turbo. People are talking in the Twitch chat. I need to have a chat that connects y'all, a bridge. I only just recently started streaming on both platforms, so, you know. I only just now realized I should be doing that. Okay, Kaisel. You're fucking next on the chopping block, buddy. was good shit, Turbo.
You don't fuck with a god.
I'll hope to see more from you. I'm just getting chopped. Woo. Oh fuck. This track sounds horrible on Discord. Does it? Does Discord have like a really bad audio thing? Because I remember it used to be really fucking good. The stereo. Dude, you have some unique fucking shit.
You don't fuck with a
This intro just feels empty. Not a lot of progression. Not a fan of that. I like the choir. I like the low end. I just want more stuff. I'm a little motherfucker like that. I really fucking like this part. This part here, I really fucking like. Especially that. Ooh, that it's like a call and response you're doing where it's like a fucking trash can's getting hit and something getting nailed. Like that's fucking sick. Gosh, I want to do stuff like this with my snare where it sounds like a really pingy. I did a few with it, and I don't think I released it actually. I have like a few songs where I had like that ping sound. One of them was like my showcase. It was like a showcase a long time ago. Need to hear? Okay. X.com. Just scroll really fucking far down. This is like 4 years old at this point. It's like an ID showcase. I did way back then. I'll just search. Am I fucking stupid? There we go. That's a bit better. getting close. Is it? What is it? Oh, it's not that one. Fuck. Where the hell is it? Fuck me, man. It was one of my ID showcases, probably on my SoundCloud. Ugh. Fuck, dude, I can't fucking find it. Shit. I don't know where the fucking find it. I'm pissed. It was before this shit. I used the Wildcat visuals for it. Oh well. It's one of these things that I had. But whatever. I'll go back to the feedback. Shit, was it this? No. Okay. Anyways. In this drop, the kick is really, really drowned. I put the note there. You just don't really hear the low end of it at all. This part I don't like as much as the first part. And it's because the writing on this one is just so much better. Oh, here's one of them. I found one of the songs. I'll probably just only hear it in audio though.
The big go. Every time the name we go way back. I'm reminded of my stay gay back. Every time the name we go way back. I'm reminded of my stay gay back. Get boxed with a straight gap. Every time the name we go way back.
That was in 2021. That was quite a long time ago. But I had newer recent ones I was looking for. Just couldn't find it. But yeah, pingy ass snare thing. Anyways, that's all I really have for feedback on this. I like it. Grit maxing. Need more grit maxers in the chat. All right. Well, thank you, Kaisel, for submitting. Next, we have Impaled. Welcome, Kaisel. That was a pretty cool experience. I'm not gonna give like too detailed feedback because this is already really, it's about 3 months ago, so, and it's fully released. So I won't say much about it because it's not like you can go back and just change it like that. But my general notes, that got a bit fucking pause SoundCloud, holy shit. The song got kind of hard to follow. Like here, it's fine. Way through. There's just a lot of space and gaps. It kind of threw me off a bit.
Are we dreaming?
I do like the staticky sounds, but they're using like every sound. I think this is a pretty good example of what an overproduced song sounds like. It's just too much. Like if you show this to someone in real life that doesn't really like that isn't really into music as just in general, they wouldn't like this song because you wouldn't really know what's happening. And you're using so many advanced things for very little gain. You have a lot of cool textures and stuff, but I'm gonna just talk about this part in general. Other parts are good. Like this, I could see someone liking this. You're also overusing textures quite a bit. Yeah, those are my general thoughts on it. It is well produced, just I think overproduced. Let's move on. Okay, we have Insomnia. That's a cool little thing at the end. I like that. Your intro, it's fine. I think this part could be cut in half. This part we've acquired could be like the main intro. Your drop, it has a really cool bass, but it needs some mids. It needs a mid crunch or mid tonality, because it's just like the sub and then like a high end ping sound. So also the transient of this bass is in my right ear. I don't know what's going on with that. You also don't really have a buildup going on, which you should have a buildup. You want to build up energy. You want to make the drop more impactful. I think the drop is just kind of mad because you don't have the tension being built up or like the hype. You don't have any energy. It's just like noise, 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 and then drop. I don't feel anything or like I'm gonna throw hands at someone. But your mixing is pretty good aside from the mids. The mids need more help. They're pretty low and dying. But that's really all the feedback I have for you. Thank you for submitting. Next up we have Bloodsy Lechat. Okay, and you just want feedback on mixing. All right. It's a fucking sick ass. A tree. Fucking sick ass tree. What I would take. What I would give to get a fucking stick that looks like that. Okay. Well, I like the texturing you did. It was like this is in fact an alien ritual. Where they have a shark snare or something. Or a Nasco snare. I think this whole section here, this intro, is just too long and drags out. There's no real progression. He did a good job building the atmosphere, but like I want to feel like something's happening that happens over the course of this song. It's like it sounds like they're starting or something, like starting a ritual. You know, I kind of whenever I like think of songs, I like kind of imagine, you know, what is the vibe. Get the alien part down. I was kind of expecting like a chant, like a little alien go, wah! 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 You know, they're like clapping or like hitting sticks together or something. Like a fucking ritual would be. Like rituals usually have like some kind of rhythm they play, and they say some words that's like creepy. Add that in there. That'd be cool. The sound design's cool. It's also pretty unique. Like I haven't really heard sounds like this in like dubstep EDM things, but that's where I'm kind of torn because it sounds like this would be more of a soundtrack if you just had the kick and you kind of had more orchestral drums and no snare. I would totally believe this is like a soundtrack to a movie, an alien-esque movie. And also, your drums are too weak, anyways. Your snare, your kick and snare are just kind of in the back pocket. And I feel like this kind of just is like, what direction would you want to go with this? You could choose the dubstep direction where the beat is more stable, and more defined phrasing, call and response, build up, drop, you name it. Or it could be like a soundtracky thing where it is just kind of like this more textured, reverby, ethereal space, like you're witnessing something you're not supposed to witness, kind of deal, like evil, dark entities. Some of these sounds are definitely, oh my fucking gosh, dude. I fucking hate SoundCloud. If you click the play button and drag just a little bit, it opens up the next up tab. Like, why? As I completely stop my mouse to fucking hit pause and play. It's fucking dumb. Some of these sounds, like the sweeping harmonic alien sounds, a little harsh in the ears. If you have those sounds in a bus, you could put like a Soothe or something on it, like the Soothe plugin, and I would probably nail down some of the really harsh frequencies that hit your ear. Those are really minor things. Also, there's a lot of bleeding in the high end. Like everything just seems like it's in the high end. There should be sounds that are in the high end and then it like moves to the lows or mids or something. It shouldn't just be like on all the time. Also, if you do have a snare in here, if you do want to go the dubstep route, I would recommend having a different tone snare. Like you're a fucking, it's an alien ritual for goodness sake. Do you think they're gonna have like a snare drum, a snare trap under the snare drum, and they're gonna have a fucking drumstick and play it? Like, no, they're gonna use some weird alien instrument, some kind of weird fucking, like, there's a cool ass stick. They're gonna be probably hitting these together, man. Not a fucking Yamaha snare drum or whatever, man. Add some crazy snare, make it go like all splinky and spectral. Do something cool like that. I don't have much else to say about this. It is pretty enjoyable. I feel like this is more like a soundtrack than like a song you would dance to. Unless you like know what kind of dance would go well with this. Record yourself dancing to this song and maybe we'll have a new TikTok trend. I don't know. But that's it for that song. That's all the pick I have. Thank you for submitting. I like how your only note was, I'm not good at mixing. We have Turbo Drive again? Is this the same song? Oh, it is. Okay. So we did that one. So that means we have the last one, which is Swa. And it's a Dropbox link? Question mark. Is it gonna hack me? I should probably. I need to change this. I need to clarify it to only send SoundCloud links. How the fuck do I edit my own forum? What the hell? How do I edit the form? Oh, there we go. SoundCloud links only. All right. Well, listen to this or try to. Oh! Hold the fucking phone. Fuck. Dude, that was fucking nuts. I love this shit. This reminds me of was it Bitbird kind of shit? But like more groovy. Fuck, that was sick. I love that. What is this genre even called? Like this kind of like e-piano thing. Really groovy hip hop e-piano kind of sound, because it's jazz bounce. Dude, I fucking love jazz bounce then. I like jazz. I really like jazz. Kind of funny to talk about because I'm such a like bass head. I like really heavy music like metal and dubstep and tear out and all that shit. And yet I prefer to listen to jazz more than anything else. Like if I'm doing anything, if I'm working or driving, I will listen to jazz almost always. But fucking good shit. I love this. I don't have much to say about this really at all. The only thing that caught my attention, especially since you said you wanted like mixing and a bit of song structure, the piano sounds weird. It might be a like a plugin thing. I know a lot of plugins are really weird. Piano VSTs or plugins, they record it in stereo, but like in a really fucking dumb way. Like they'll use a left channel to be like a left side of the piano and the right channel on the right. So as you go up and down the piano, if you hit a lower note, it'll be in your like your left ear, but a high note will be on your right ear. And I fucking hate that shit. I hate it when they do that. That is the worst thing they could possibly do. That literally like ruins a piano sound to me, is when it does that shit. It shouldn't be recorded like that at all. People who, if you can find a better VST, then probably do that. That's probably why it sounds so weird. So let's play it back. Dude, it's doing that. It is doing that. Did you hear? Like he goes in the higher notes and suddenly it starts creeping up my right ear, but the lower notes are like in my left ear. What the fuck? It is doing that shit. It is the VST, bro. Oh, you poor soul. You could fix this, but damn, it's fucking annoying as shit. I fucking hate that shit, man. So what you could do is you could probably just process it this way. So right as it comes out, into the mixer. Make sure it doesn't have any reverb or anything on it. Make sure it's really dry, like no delay, reverb, anything. Make it mono as it's coming out of the VST, and then add the stereo back in. So you can do a ton of shit. You can add the Haas effect. Kilohertz has a Haas effect, which it makes it more stereo. There's also some just other stereo plugins that can work. A dimension expander can work. But any of those things can re-widen it, and you won't hear it sound bad because it can only get so worse. Like, that is the worst fucking effect you could have. I would be fine if it phased just a little bit. Even if it was mono. If it was mono, I'd probably prefer that more than this shit. Stereo enhancer, I think stereo enhancer is pretty hard to use, but if you can get the sound good, then sure. You just want to avoid having like that flangey delay kind of sound to it. But if you can do that, then yeah. Oh shit! Wait, no, I'm stupid. FL just came out with a new plugin called Spreader. Just use that. They have a plugin called Spreader, and it just makes things stereo without compromising the phase or anything. So just use that. That'd be perfect for that. Yeah, that'd be absolutely perfect. Also, I'm just now realizing your kick is really bouncy, but your bass is a little lacking. If I were you, I would probably just boost the bass, or you could boost the sub of the bass. So you just add a bit more sub to be there with the kick, and then it'll be so fucking rich sounding. If you want to be sneaky with it, you could just like add a dedicated sub, just like a sine wave playing a low note. I don't know how that would sound though, so be careful. But you could do that. Okay. The vocals in here are completely drowned. They just need to be louder. Simply just louder. I don't think you need to EQ or anything. Just make it louder. That's it. Oh, one minor thing, this is kind of a nitpick, but your hi-hats, you could make so much more groovy if you shuffled them left and right, like panned them left and right. That is a secret sauce. No one tells you because everybody's too stupid. If you pan your hats to alternate left and right, it'll add so much stereo space and make it so much more groovy. And you can also push it louder because they're more loud in one channel than the other. So that would make this next level. I think this instrument. Is that like an E piano that like wow wow? That instrument, you could make it a little bit more mono. Yar. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. Good fucking shit. That was a good song to end it off. Fucking cracked. That's also like the first jazzy thing anyone sent me, so respect. Alright, well, that was the last submission. And it is now 10:38, much later than anyone anticipated. I will stream next week. If you're my Patreon member, I'm gonna be doing a video on just more production stuff. I'm gonna be reviewing someone's project on Ableton, and I'm gonna be showing you like common mixing mistakes I might have, or ways you can work around mixing. And I'll just do another production video on Saturday as well. And my pack is pretty much done. I just need to make a few more samples with it, and I'll send it on the Patreon so you guys can enjoy it. But yeah, thank you all. Can you explain spread versus separation before you leave me forever? So, the traditional way people make things more stereo is the way stereo works is the reason why you hear like a wideness is because the left channel is different from the right channel. And the easiest way to do that is just to delay one of the channels. If you have a sine wave and the sine wave is the exact same on left and right, it'll sound stereo if you delay one of them. So it's just a difference, basically. If you look at something like span, they have a correlation meter. The correlation meter is basically saying how stereo something is. If they're completely non-correlated, like they're completely different phases or sound completely different, it'll show that it has a low correlation, therefore meaning really stereo. If that's a high correlation, that means those signals are basically the same, and it sounds like it's in the middle, like directly in front of you or like in your chest. What spread does is it aims to do that without changing the phase. That's why they call it like a mono friendly separator. It does that by, I don't think it does it by pitch, but it's some kind of algorithmic thing where it delays it but doesn't compromise the phase of the sound. So it's like some weird thing. It doesn't make it sound delayed or anything, but it's just a nicer way. They have like, it's like a good technology thing they did. I don't know how to describe it. They did something really cool. So yeah, it's really nerdy. You can probably read up on exactly how it works on like their page, but it just adds some kind of stereo in some way. I like it a lot because it adds a lot of control for like keeping the lows clean and all that. But yeah, you're a genius, dude. I'm pretty fucking dumb, but I know some things. Anyways, yeah, thank you all for swinging by and bearing with me being late today. I feel much better now, ironically. But yeah, thank you. Bye bye.